Hello, welcome back again. I am Josh of Sipologyblog.com, and this is Sipologyblog.com. We have another video review coming to you from beautiful Royal Oak, Michigan. It was raining here earlier on my back deck, but it has stopped now, and I was able to get my notes out of the rain quickly. But it was a little scary there for about 20 seconds or so. Anyhow, as you can see, I'm holding up. I'm currently in the quarantine hair don't care phase of the pandemic. But without further ado, let's get down to our review tonight. It's Thursday night, which usually means a brandy review. And this one is of a cognac, which if you haven't heard of cognac, why are you even on this blog? You probably should go read a book or something. This is Cognac Park. Single barrel selection, cellar number 8 from the Bois region. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And as you can see, it is a single barrel selection from Vine and Table in Carmel, not Carmel, Carmel, Indiana, just north of Indianapolis. And let's go down the vital statistics here. It is, the grapes were harvested in 2007. The eau de vie was distilled in 2008, and it was bottled in 2018, so just shy of 10 years old, officially 9 years old. Excuse me. Some steaks and asparagus tonight. It was a good meal. Alcohol by volume is 43.5%. Excuse me again. Very memorable meal, as it were. See what I did there. $75, which is not cheap. Kind of at the top of what I usually spend for spirits, but here we are. So let's get down to tasting. I love that sound. There we go. All right. This time I am drinking out of a snifter, just to mess with people. So I like to make fun of people who obsess over glassware. And last brandy I drank out of a Glencairn, and now I'm shifting to the rather cliched snifter. When I was doing my notes, I sampled the cognac out of a small-ish wine tasting glass. So just trying to mix it up, keep everybody off balance, including myself, which isn't hard to do. So let's look at this color. The color is, I would describe it as burnt orange, if you remember that crayon color. Nose, I'm going to go with alcohol, raisins, leather, let's see, some figs, dried apricot, and some nutmeg, or like mace on the end of there, for the palate. It's full-bodied. I'd characterize it as semi-dry. I get a lot more dried fruit and like baking spices, like especially like fruitcake spices, quality fruitcake spices. Ginger, like crystallized ginger, clove, allspice, dates, brown sugar, all that good stuff. For the finish, I would characterize it as drying and spicy. Get a little bit more, even like more aggressive spices. In the finish, white pepper, even a little bit. I like it. I think it's good. And I forgot to mention the region. This comes from Bois, which is a region that is kind of donut shaped, maybe with a little donut hole off to the side, kind of in the southwest. But it's kind of a donut surrounding Bordeaux, Grand Champagne, et Petit Champagne. Is it Petite or Petit Champagne? I think it's Petite, because the consonant comes in. I don't know. Petit Champagne. Fin Bois surrounds those regions, and is kind of the next tier out, and is often used as a base for blends, like quality blends like this one, but this is all from the one region. So if this brandy is characteristic of the kind of stuff that region produces, some of the better producers anyway, I really like it and would really like to explore this region some more. Self-say Bordeaux is still probably my favorite, but this is very good. And a little word about Cognac Park. They are they do own some vineyards in the Cognac region, but they are mostly a négociant, which means they buy wine or they buy spirit from smaller producers in the region or different regions, and blend it and bottle it themselves. So Cognac Park is probably about a mid-size, I believe mid-size cognac house. It's not one of the big uns like Hennessy or Crevassier or whatever. I can't think of Crevassier without getting that Busta Rhymes song in my head. Anyway, still a little bit left. So, back to the conclusion. I recommend this brandy. It's there's a little bit of sweetness. So if they did use additives in the production of this cognac, then they did so with a very light hand. It's not overwhelmingly sweet or overwhelmingly woody. The wood is perfectly balanced. The sweetness is definitely kind of closer to the 4, but it has plenty of spice and just a little bit of wood to help balance it out. Really good cognac. I really liked it. $75 is about what it's worth. I probably wouldn't pay much more than that for a product like this, but $75 is a great price. It's from, if you ever find your way to Carmel to visit Vine and Table, then even if they're out of this particular barrel, which was barrel 9494, this bottle was one of 198 produced. Even if they're out of this one, they do a great job with their selections. If they have another selection, go ahead and get it. I have not yet been disappointed with the Vine and Table selection, either Scotch, American whiskey, or brandy. So, like I said, this is recommended. I think we're about running out of time here. This is, by the way, probably about my 12th or 15th try making this review. So I'm sorry if it's a little rough around the edges, but I'm just done. I've had so many stops and starts and just rambling and birds and people weed whacking and whatnot. So anyway, I hope you and your loved ones are staying safe and happy and healthy. Peace. We'll see you next time.